Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Superior Spider-Man issue 25, and before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I got Comic Uno episode 31, and that is a show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are the exclusive comics for that show. We got Powerpuff Girls issue 5, Inhumanity, The Superior Spider-Man issue 1, Nova issue 12, Forever Evil, Rogue's Rebellion, issue 4, and Nightwing, issue 27. So if you want to go check out all those reviews on Comic Uno episode 31, you can, because they'll be annotated. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to Comic Frontline, because Dark Avenger Inc. will be moving there February 11th, 2014, so be sure to subscribe to Comic Frontline. But let's talk about The Superior Spider-Man issue 25, and you might see that it is signed, because I went to a Dan Slott signing at my comic book store, and it was awesome to meet him. And actually I have a picture on my Twitter and Facebook, so you could go check that out. And he signed it to Comic Uno. He's seen the show, which is awesome, and had a really cool chat with him. He's an awesome guy, so that was pretty cool. And really glad that I got it autographed and stuff like that. So yeah, let's talk about the issue though. So this is a double-sized issue. Cool cover. We get to see the Venom story is ending. It's like 3 issues, so it's really just leading into Goblin Nation. Cool cover, and I do like, I think Ramos does art here. Yeah, because Gage helps Dan Slott with the writing. Yeah, so it's Ramos doing the art. And I do like Ramos's art with Spider-Man. A lot of people don't really like his art, but I think it fits the series really well. And usually, like, when I see Ramos's art, I'm like, oh, that feels like the Amazing Spider-Man more, because he did the art throughout the Amazing Spider-Man. And then we got, like, Stegman and everyone else. So it's kind of nice to see Ramos here. So it reminds me of Peter a little. So let's see what's going on with the story, though. So in this issue, we get to see the whole Venom thing. Peter, well, you know, Dr. Octopus, he is taken over by the Venom, and the Avengers are trying to help him. He's like, oh, you know, Spider-Man, stop this. And then after the whole Venom thing, he is able to get the Venom taken away, because Iron Man tricks Venom, and Flash is actually in the Iron Man suit. And Flash needs the Venom, because he can't survive without the Venom. So he gets the Venom back. Superior is just like, oh, everything's normal, oh my god. I'm sorry I've been acting weird, is because of the Venom symbiote. So, like, in Venom issue 4, when I met the Venom, I had this Venom in me, and that's why I've been acting strange. So, sorry, guys. And everyone's like, oh, you. And even Mary Jane in the end is like, oh, you. I understood. You know, something's going on there. So, especially Mary Jane, I was totally surprised. But I feel like they're doing that just that way Mary Jane finds out that, that he does something wrong again, and then once Peter actually does say, hey, that wasn't me, Mary Jane's gonna be like, there are no second chances. So I have a feeling they're doing that just set up for Peter to have an even more devastating return for that, especially with Mary Jane. But also the Avengers are getting a little bit more suspicious. So something we've been waiting for like 25 issues, the Avengers are like, alright, now we gotta figure out what's actually going on with Peter, because I don't really believe this. And they're all like, maybe we should kind of look into these exams a little bit more, finally. And then the Goblin Nation story's going on a little bit here too. Carly's completely a goblin here. It's interesting. She doesn't even look like Carly anymore. She totally looks like a goblin. I'm really interested to see what happens with Carly in the end here. But yeah, it's just pretty much more of a build up to that. And Hobgoblin and Green Goblin are going to go against each other. And it doesn't seem that Peter's in the Green Goblin suit. Some of us were trying to guess that. It doesn't seem that, because there's a moment here, which I was very happy to see. Ghost Peter comes back. Who knew I'd be happy to see Ghost Peter? But he's like, I'm here to stay. I was able to get out a little. I'm still alive, and I'm going to get my body back. So we already know that he's going to come back, but then we get glimmers of it even more. So if I could find that picture, I would, but I think it's towards the end. So he's actually the one who gets the Venom off of Superior. I thought this was a very solid issue. There's some great moments here, like Peter coming back, of course. Even though, again, I'm not a big fan of Ghost Peter. At least there's an understanding of why he's there. So I did like Ghost Peter here, and issue 9 being wiped away because I hated that issue. And then, you know, Carly Cooper being a Green Goblin, which we did see last issue, but, you know, now actually seeing her do this, it's interesting to see her character go this direction, because it never seemed like she would, especially since she is a civilian character here. Mary Jane was cool. I liked her. I don't know, she's still a little more than a little out of character, still out of character, because she forgets Spider-Man very easily. Mary Jane also wouldn't do that. I mean, I feel she wouldn't have done it so easily. They would have had some sort of talk, but she's like, oh, I understand, you know, oh, of course, it had to be that. But I think that is more building up to, again, Peter's return, where Mary Jane's really not going to forgive Peter, and it's going to be a hardship there. But it's also interesting to see her go walk out of jail. Like, who knew that we'll see Mary Jane walk out of jail? I didn't picture that ever. So, that was interesting. Aunt May being a little bit like, what's going on with Peter? Please tell me. So, again, this issue is more of a build-up than anything, and I think that's what you really have to look at it. There are some slow parts at the beginning, like with the Avengers, you know. Was there a point to the Venom stuff? Yeah, to set up the Goblin Nation, but not really with the Flash story. It was more that we needed, Superior to have the Venom, to have excuse, and Flash not to have the Venom. So if you're a Flash fan, if you're of that wasn't really worth it, I felt. You know, there could have been more reasons for Flash to have the Venom. There could have been more consequences, but he's just got to go back to what he was doing. Or maybe even finding out Peter was, you know, Spider-Man. That could have been a bigger reveal, at least on Flash's side, to have this Venom story arc. So it was a little lackluster ending for Venom, but it was a very good beginning for Goblin Nation, which I think what we're all excited for, and which will be that epicness of Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Goblin Nation. I give it a solid 4 stars. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to more stuff, but it's pretty much a setup issue. And it's definitely worth the double-sizedness, though. It did feel like a double-sized issue, and it was definitely worth the $5. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Unknown, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Unknown and the Right Situations, and don't forget to like me on Facebook, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.